Welcome. The following webinar contains information designed to support newly selected mentors to the California Early Childhood Mentor Program. It was created in collaboration with experienced mentor teachers throughout the state who were once where you are today. Although it can be overwhelming to remember all of the information about the roles and responsibilities of being a mentor, having access to this webinar should be a helpful reference in the months to come. Our hope is that after listening to this webinar, you will be enlightened as to the aspects of the program and have most, if not all, of your questions about the program answered. If you still have burning questions after the webinar concludes, we suggest you discuss them in a meeting with your local coordinator. You are welcome to call our office and speak with one of our staff members in the event your coordinator is unavailable. Our general phone line is 510-723-7100. The Mentor Program began in 1988 with 10 mentor teachers. It has grown to almost 600 mentors, as well as 130 plus director mentors working with mentees and protégés throughout the state. You are now part of a well-respected organization and should be proud of yourself for this accomplishment. Becoming a mentor is a great opportunity. It recognizes you as a quality early childhood educator and offers you opportunities to enrich the community of children, families, and adult early childhood students in your area. Your coordinator and the other mentors in your seminar are a wealth of knowledge. Lean on them for support. That's one of the benefits derived from attendance at your local monthly mentor seminar. You might have some questions. For example, how do I connect with mentees? How many mentees can I work with at one time? Now that I have a mentee, what's next? Are there different kinds of mentoring? How do I get paid? What is this caucus I've heard about? Let's start with how do I connect with mentees? There are several ways to connect with possible mentees. You may have already spoken to students in your area who want to work with you in the upcoming semesters. If not, consider the following options. Here are some ideas of how mentors across the state connect with mentees. ECE practicum instructors may use the list of current mentors and arrange connections between their students and you. Be proactive. Create a flyer about you, your philosophy, your site, etc., and ask the instructor if you can attend a class and pass out your flyer. Your college's mentor program coordinator, professional development coordinator, or other ECE faculty may also connect you with students. Talk with other faculty, such as those who teach the work experience and recording and observation class. Are any of their students not working and therefore in need of a mentoring placement? Consider asking your coworkers and friends to help you get the word out that your classroom is a mentor-teacher classroom. Are you working with service providers who also visit other schools and might have a referral? Are you part of an ECE organization where you can announce your availability as a mentor in a monthly meeting? Local AEYC members or other organizations may share the good news about your selection as a mentor with folks they know. But don't assume local organizations know about the mentor program or that you have become a mentor. Announce your accomplishments the next time you attend such a meeting. How about your local R&R, First Five, local planning council? Consider sending them a flyer as well. How many mentees can I work with at one time? The answer to this varies depending on how many hours a week you work. As long as you do not overlap mentees, you can work with more than one during a semester or quarter. But be sure to leave plenty of time in your schedule to accommodate any needed makeup time your mentees may request. Life happens to all of us. By leaving time in your schedule, you will help to support the success of your mentees by giving them a way to make up any missed time. What do you do once you have a mentee? Start with setting up a meeting. This is the time to make sure your philosophies match. Are you a good fit for one another? Is your mentee available during times that also work for you? You want to convey clear expectations so there are no surprises. The following slides contain 10 important points to help you conduct the first meeting with your mentee. If your mentee is not a practicum student, these may not apply to you. This information is also available as a handout on our website. You will find it on the Mentor homepage under Resources. When you first meet with mentees, help them feel welcome by creating a mentee area in your classroom. This should include a place for their coat, books, purse, or backpack. It would also be appropriate to create a file for any paperwork related to their class. And don't forget to make a copy of that information for yourself. Find out when their classes are scheduled. Do they work? Do they care for others at home? The schedule decided on during this meeting should fit both your life and theirs. Will they be driving, taking the bus, walking, getting a ride from someone else? How reliable is their mode of transportation? It is important that your mentee think this through, as making a commitment to you and the children in your classroom should not be taken lightly. What does the practicum instructor expect from the mentee's time with you? What does the student want to gain from their mentee experience? Ask for a copy of their class syllabus. What are their assignments? You can also get this information straight from their instructor. Hand them a paper copy of your class's schedule and show them where it is hung in your classroom. Do you know what paperwork your school and the mentor program require? Ask your director to make sure your worksite does not expect paperwork above and beyond that of the mentor program. We will discuss the mentor program's required paperwork in depth later in this webinar. How do you handle makeups? Do you want them to call you if they are not coming in on a scheduled day? They may assume their time in your class is more drop-in than a set schedule. It is important to be clear on this point, as you and the children in your class will be expecting them at specific times. Make sure your mentee is clear on emergency preparedness at your site. We never know when an emergency will occur. They should be familiar with where to go during a fire drill, earthquake drill, or actual emergency. They should also know where emergency equipment is held. If your school has a parent handbook, you will want to give them a copy. Bring to their attention any items that directly affect them, such as confidentiality, the dress code, or any other such items important to the office and the parents at your site. If your school does not have a parent handbook, consider creating a flyer covering your school's position on those issues that you can hand out to potential mentees. Your director gave written approval for you to meet with your mentee once a week when they signed your application to become a mentor. They sometimes need to be reminded of this when the time comes. You should meet with your mentee away from the children to avoid interruption. These meetings are usually 30 minutes long. The state office of the Mentor program has copies of both the Mentor's Guide and the Student Handbook available for your local Mentor program. Ask your coordinator directly for a copy of each. The Mentor Teacher Guide covers helpful information such as beginning your mentoring relationship, communication skills, and working with students with diverse needs. The Student Handbook covers topics such as a mentor program overview, orientation to a childcare program, and working with children in the classroom. You only receive one student handbook. Make sure your mentee understands that this is something they are borrowing and they need to return to you. You worked very hard to become a mentor. We want to make sure you know you are appreciated. Your coordinator can print out a certificate for you that highlights your acceptance into the program. If you do not receive this when you first become a mentor, remind your coordinator to send it to you. Remember, you can choose not to work with a particular student if you feel they are not the right fit for your program. They can also decide the fit is not right for them. It could be that your philosophies are different. Maybe the student decides your site is too far away from their home or school. Not finding a good fit could arise for a number of reasons. It shouldn't be taken personally on either side. The California Mentor Program has a website with a wealth of information. Following the instructions listed here will take you to a Mentor Teacher homepage. Once there, you will find all the forms you need related to your mentoring and several other helpful pieces of information such as articles and other resources. Write down the instructions for logging in and keep them with your other important mentor papers. An essential piece of information on this page is titled "Make the Most of Being a Mentor." Clicking on that link will bring up a 2-page document that describes the different types of mentoring and the forms associated with them. It also outlines what you can expect to receive as a stipend for each type of mentoring offered. The forms and surveys checklist shown here can be found on the Mentor homepage of our website under Hot Topics. Place this checklist in a prominent place and use it to help you keep track of all required forms and their submission process. One of the benefits of being a mentor is that you get paid for your work with mentees. We suggest placing all contact information for your local coordinator in the state office in a prominent place so you are ready to contact them when the need arises. Your main line of communication is first and foremost with your coordinator. As stated earlier, all the payment forms you need can be found on the CECMP website. This includes forms to complete before mentoring begins and forms to complete after mentoring ends. If you change your address, email, phone number, or role with the mentor program, simply fill out the Change of Participant Information form found on the same page as your payment forms and mail it directly to the state office. After all of the required paperwork has been turned in to your coordinator, she or he will let us know that you should be paid and how much you will be paid. The state office then submits this payment information to the District Business Office of Chabot College, the home of the Mentor Program. Payments are processed once a month. The schedule is posted under Hot Topics on the Mentor webpage. Once a payment request leaves our office, the timing for distribution of checks is dependent on the college's business office and the district business office as well. Our district office will process your payment and send your check out usually at the end of the month, but the time can vary for a number of reasons. If you have any questions about the delivery of payment checks and reimbursements, please contact us at 510-723-7100. This is an important note. Taxes are not taken out of your stipend. In January, you'll receive a 1099 form reflecting all payments made to you by the Mentor Program the previous calendar year if you earned $600 or more. It is a good practice to be prepared for this by putting aside money from each stipend check you receive to cover the cost of taxes due the following year. Early Education and Support Division professional development profiles gather information that helps the Mentor Program demonstrate the effectiveness of the mentoring provided and will critically impact the Mentor Program's future funding. EESD's quality improvement programs support early childhood education training and professional development activities all across California. The Mentor Program, as one of the quality improvement programs, is part of an important long-range project to determine the use and impact of professional development activities in California. All EESD forms can be found on our website, www.ecementor.org, under Quick Links. You will also find more detailed information about these forms, when to fill them out, sample emails to send to your mentees, and how to submit them on the Mentor page of the website. Mentor seminars are a wonderful place to meet passionate teachers like yourself. The activities of the Mentor seminars vary throughout the state, but can consist of lively discussion, book clubs, training by other mentors within the group, or an array of in-service trainings picked by your seminar facilitator and/or coordinator. Mentor seminars are a place to bond with others in the field who face the same joys and challenges that you do on a daily basis. Mentor seminars usually meet once a month and attendance is required. What is this caucus I hear about? You become a member of the California Mentor Program caucus when you become a mentor teacher. Being part of this group is a way of staying connected to all mentors throughout the state. The steering committee is made up of appointed volunteers that facilitate communication between mentors throughout California. They have a monthly conference call and often share information with their seminar representatives, your seminar's representative, about websites, public policy, legislation, articles, and other information helpful to mentor teachers. The state is divided into 7 regions, each represented by at least one steering committee member. Ask if your seminar is represented by a seminar representative or point person, and find out who that person is. If your seminar is not represented by a seminar representative, consider volunteering for the position. It's a wonderful opportunity to discuss issues valid to our field with dedicated professionals throughout your region. And the time required is minimal in relation to what you will gain from the experience. Responsibilities of a seminar representative are: check your email at least once a week for any information sent from the steering committee and report on that information in your local mentor seminar meeting. Send your steering committee member information you believe might be important to the mentors throughout the state. They will then bring that up during their monthly call and send it back out throughout the state via the network of mentor seminar meetings. Every June, the Mentor Program holds a Mentor Institute. This is a great opportunity for mentors across the state to learn, network, and have fun. Travel, lodging, materials, and great presenters are all provided by the California Mentor Program. Registration for the Institute is first come, first serve. Eventbrite links for registration will be provided to you via email in January. Each region will have a set number of mentors who can attend. Make sure to sign up early and plan to come with other mentors from your seminar. See the mentor page for more details. The institutes are held in Northern California one year and in Southern California the following year. Activities at the Mentor Institute include keynote speakers from our field, breakout sessions on related topics, and lots of bonding. Usually included is a tour of nearby child care facilities and a movie or other special event the Friday evening of the Institute. Many mentors attend year after year. Find out when it is being held and plan on attending at least once. You will love it and probably want to attend as often as you can. If you need help or you have a concern, ask yourself these questions. Is there information on the mentor page of the website that can help me? Log into www.ecementor.org and go to the Mentor Teacher homepage. Is this problem or concern related to the college or to an individual mentee? Contact your coordinator or your mentor seminar facilitator. Is it a question about payment or something else that would involve the state office? Contact us at 510-723-7100. Asking these simple questions will get you the help you need quickly. You will want to spread the word about your selection as a mentor and explain to parents what being a mentor means. The parent information flyer, available on the mentor homepage of CECMP's website, will help you do that. It explains what your selection as a mentor was based on and what your responsibilities as a mentor are. Sometimes you may want to explain your mentoring role in more depth. The mentor homepage is where you will find the flyer, I am a mentor teacher. It proudly states at the top, I am a mentor teacher, and includes descriptions on what a mentor is, what a mentor has, and what a mentor does. In closing, Always remember that you are a part of a bigger picture. There are almost 600 mentor teachers throughout the state of California, each one having an impact on children and their families just like you. Make connections with your monthly mentor seminar, your mentor caucus, and their steering committee, and your regional coordinator. Last but not least, our office staff is ready and able to answer your questions if you need us. You are the key to the impact the mentor program has on all segments of the early childhood community. We wish you a long and happy tenure as you serve the early childhood community in your new role as a California early childhood mentor.